Today's topic, dating, attraction, and igniting the spark of sexual eroticism. Hey, it's Alex Owen with Revolutionary Sex, and today I'm answering an email. I like to do this now and then, let you know I'm listening to your questions. This one's about dating. It's from a guy, but this stuff is applicable whether you're a man or a woman. He asks, I do have a question you might be able to address. I feel like there's a contradiction in my interactions with women. Huh, fancy that. They don't want someone who's only looking for sex. Are you sure about that? But they do want to feel a spark with someone right away. Agree with that. When I'm held back and just focusing on having fun conversation, they say there's no spark and don't want a second date. But I feel like if I work towards this spark that I come across as only looking for sex, what are some tips you can give me to walk the fine line between these two? Thanks, Rob. Well, Rob, it turns out that women love it when you're looking for sex, and that makes them feel attractive. It makes them know that you're interested in them as a woman and not just as a buddy. And there's no contradiction there whatsoever, and I don't know why men feel this contradiction. Now, as to your statement about I don't want her to feel like I'm only looking for sex because women don't like that, I would be very careful about putting women into one big group who all think the same way and want the same thing. There are plenty of women who really are looking for a sexual relationship, and there are plenty of women who want to be friends first and then maybe sex. But the most important thing is you need to be authentic to yourself, Rob. If you are looking for sex, it's okay. We're humans. If you want sex and you end up having a lot of dates with women who have absolutely no interest in sex and just want to be pals, then you get what you pay for, in a sense. You get exactly what you arrived with. If you're looking for a sexual relationship, then be a sexual creature and date women who you find sexually attractive. And I would make it clear that you're a sexual being who's interested in sex. Now, as to this thing of you don't want to come across as being only interested in sex, well, if you're too much strategically thinking about should I make it casual conversation or should I be more sexual, then indeed perhaps you are creating strategies to get sex, and maybe you really are only interested in sex. So if that's the way it comes across, surprise, I recommend that you be yourself more, and that yourself really is somebody that wants sex, and that you don't try and hide that. If you're only interested in sex, that's the way it's going to come across. But if you're actually interested in connecting with another human being, if you're actually interested in a sexual relationship, a romantic relationship, a friendship, and all of those things, that's actually what you're interested in, and that's what you hold yourself as, guess what? That's exactly how you're going to come across. It's been my experience, and the experience of an awful lot of other people, that when you go out on a date and you really try and hide your sexual interest, that comes across as kind of creepy and kind of record scratch, because she knows that's not the case. And if you're interested in sex and you don't go for it, again, that's just being inauthentic. Now, if you do go for it and she's like, whoa, you're moving too fast there, cowboy, that's okay. Just because she thinks you're moving too fast doesn't mean that she's not also flattered that you went for it. And she might even close the door and kind of smile and go, wow, that guy was kind of aggressive. He must really like me, or he's a very physical man, or some other thing that she might find attractive, and she might really be looking forward to the next date. Whereas if you're too much like, whoa, no, don't worry, I'm Mr. Nice Guy, she might feel that's kind of creepy and not want a second date. I'm just going to flip this for a minute. If you're a woman, you've been listening to this, you've probably been nodding your head, and I'll just say it's the same thing for you. A lot of women express a lot of confusion about whether they need to play coy and nice girl or whether they can be more sexual. And this has nothing to do with when you actually have sex or when you decide it's okay. That's probably subject for another video. But the bottom line is, if you're a sexual person and you want more than a friendship, it's okay to be sexual. It's okay to have desire. That's what makes things interesting for men. They want to know that they're attractive. That feels good for us as well. And again, the more authentic you are with who you really are and the less games you play, the more your relationships will begin to reflect that truth. This is Alex Allman for Revolutionary Sex. Hope you have some great dates. Hope you have some great sex. And I will talk to you again next week.